Is there such a thing as an immoral software license? Hey everyone, what's happening? Today we'll talk about the morality of software licenses. Now, many in the free and open source community know that there are two main types of software licenses. So we're going to go ahead and break this down. There's the free software licenses, and then there's the proprietary software licenses. Now, the free software license, when we talk about it, we're not talking about free as in cost. We're talking about free as in freedom. And what we mean by free as in freedom is it has to meet 4 basic criteria to qualify as a free license. And that is the freedom to use the software as you wish, the freedom to study the source code, the freedom to modify the source code and create a modified work from that source code, and the freedom to redistribute that program or modified versions of that program so that others can enjoy it. It has to meet those 4 criteria to be qualified as a free license. Now, there is a restriction that is allowed under a free license, and that's called copyleft, which requires that all derivative works, which means if you use part of it or all of it to create a different program, you have to use the same license. And a perfect example of that is the GPL, or the GNU public license, which requires you to use the GPL if you use any part of that work to create a program. Or you can have a permissive license, which allows you to use that software or code in any piece of software, and you don't have to use that code. You could take something licensed under the BSD or MIT license, which are permissive licenses, and use them in a proprietary program and not have to tell anybody about it. Then we have proprietary software, which is software that's controlled by the developer or the company that developed it. You don't get to look at the source code, you don't get to modify it. You have to use it under certain conditions. You can't redistribute it unless you have permission from its proprietor. Some people also make money from free software by accepting donations and sponsorships, etc. But really, there's no guarantee if you open up your source code that you're going to make money off your software. And really, even if you close source your software and make it proprietary, if it's not that useful, you're not going to make any money either. However, some people do like to maintain control over their work by using proprietary licenses, and I think that is well within their rights to do so. I don't believe that you're entitled to anybody's work at all. Now, you may want to look at that source code, but you're not entitled to do so. You may want to be able to distribute that software, but you're not entitled to do so. You're only entitled to what the creator allows you to do. And if they allow you to look at the source code by open sourcing it, by using a free permissive license or a free copyleft license, then I believe that is well within their rights as well. Now, to me, if you're going to support freedom, then you need to support everybody's freedom. Because if you're not for everybody's freedom, then you're not for freedom at all. Everybody should have the freedom to do what they want with their work and to do with what they want with their computer and software. Like I've said before, if you don't want to use a proprietary software on your computer, you don't have to. You have the freedom to go find another program that is free and open source. So that's my thoughts on software licenses, etc. Now, if you like that video, go ahead and give it that thumbs up. If you didn't, that's what the thumbs down button is for. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next one. If you like my content and wish to support my work, you can do so on Patreon. The link is in the description. Also, if you wish to see more, check out the videos on your screen.